This was the joyous mood in the Government House Chapel, where the government and the good people of Delta State converged to glorify God as they celebrate 27 years of statehood. The great son of Africa, late Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela, once said that, quote, "With freedom come responsibilities," end of quote. True to it, the words of this African icon of freedom, and just like the beginning of any human endeavor, palpable cries of joy rented the air amid celebrations in every quarter on August 27, 1991, when the state was created. But the air was tense, a tension emanating from the fear of the unknown, the fear of what the future holds for the people, the fear of what the new identity may usher in. It was in the midst of such fear that the first military administrator of Delta State, Group Captain Luke Chijoba Ochulo, began to set the administrative ball for the development of the state.
Before the creation, Babangida had given an assignment to Admiral Ihumu. Talk to people of Bendel and settle on how you want the place to be broken up. So Ika, Aniocha, and this part they were part of Benin province. That was a big challenge. My fears were, first, you cannot get Warri to join Edo State. Where is the boundary? You can't take Warri out of the city. The fear of those who were concerned, Urhobos are there, Ijos are there. Are you going to drive them out of Warri? You are going to carry them into Edo State. You complicate the problem.
One critical dilemma that bedeviled the state was the conflict over a collective identity. Delta State political climb is a microcosm of the rich Nigerian ethno-political diverse picture, making it a hard nut to crack. But through the doggedness of mind and collective sagacity, Deltans have posited and reflected the true tenets of democracy embedded in equity through franchise. In the past 27 years, the people have ensured a leadership that cuts across all zones of the state and shown the world that that identity, if fully embraced, that really they are Deltans by words and actions.
Our people have been the strength. We know that God's grace is upon us as a state. But without our people, we are not able to function. But by the special grace of God, Deltans are partnering with us, and we will continue to deepen on that partnership. Because in that partnership, we'll have peace. In that partnership, we'll have the conducive environment for industries to thrive. In that partnership, we have advice. That advice that enables us to work as a government. And everybody's hand is on deck.
As three arms of government, we need to work together. And I thank God today we are on one page. That's why you see that there's unity, there's peace, there's development in this state.
At 27, leaders and the good people of Delta recall with nostalgia the courage, ebullience, sagacity and doggedness of past leaders of the state in the persons of Group Captain Luke Ochulo, Olorugun Felix Ovodore Ibro of blessed memory, the first civilian governor, Kompol Abdul Kadir Shehu, Basi Asukwo, military administrator, Group Captain Ibrahim Kefas, Colonel John David Dung of blessed memory, Navy Captain Walter Fiabo, Chief James Onanefe Ibori, the second civilian governor, Dr. Emmanuel Eweta Odwanga, Right Honorable Sam Obi, acting governor.
Having gotten the state being created and the headquarters made in Asaba, with the various governors, the administrators that came to administer the state, they tried to bring cohesion to the people, make the people to understand that the more the merrier, the more we are united, the more we come together, the better for us.
The burning desire and patriotic flame that fueled the agitation for the creation of the state has remained as potent as it was 27 years ago. Today, Delta has become an important member of the Committee of States in Nigeria. In the last 27 years, the state has had to grapple with both development and security challenges, even as the diverse people of the state continue to build bridges of unity and harmony.
So at 27, we have cause to celebrate Delta State. You recall that when the state was created, it was a lot of misgivings that the state might not survive. There was a lot of distrust amongst the various ethnic groups. After 27 years today, we are still one united political entity called Delta State. That in itself is worth celebrating.
The urge to fulfill the aspirations of the founding fathers of the oil-rich state has propelled the present administration of Governor Arthur Ifeanyi to adopt a multi-pronged development approach aimed at maximizing the available resources and placing the state on the path of positive and speedy growth.
The creation of Delta State from Midwest is not an accident, it's a design. Delta State is a blessed state, blessed in natural resources, blessed in human resources. If you look at all the people who have worked in the economic team of the national state levels, a significant percentage of them are from Delta.
Governor Okowa was clear that his government, with exceeding faith and commitment, will continue to work towards deepening development fundamentals of the state with a view to making it a place of reckon among the committee of states in the nation.
I saw it happen. We participated in all the struggles, and today the state is moving, and there's a lot of peace, there's a lot of development, there is hope for the future.
Okowa's desire to build a seamless society to leverage on the state's diversity as source of strength is yielding appreciable results. The administration's all-inclusive style of governance has improved the peace, unity and harmony among the diverse ethnic groups and in turn has accelerated the growth of the state.
We have come a long way together. We have seen turbulent times, and today, to God be the glory, there is peace in Delta and there is development. You can look around and you have every reason to thank God today.
You have to be told to know that there are diverse people in this place. Everybody goes as one. The most diverse country in the world is the United States. And if they can be one, I see Delta State being the formidable power of Nigeria.
As Deltans mark the 27 years anniversary of the creation of the state, the people have begun to take stock of the new direction in terms of infrastructure development. The new direction clearly reveals that the rural communities and the urban centers are looking much better and friendlier as the urban renewal policy of the Okowa-led administration has begun to transform communities. Roads are being tarred, trees and grasses are being planted along major streets and thoroughfares, even as remote coastal communities now feel more impact of government.
It's a state that I've continued to see a lot of economic growth, a lot of activities, a lot of development. So I'm sure over the last few years the governor has done very well to, most importantly, create opportunities for Deltans. And as you can see that there's definitely a lot of economic activity here, which is a good sign.
If this man had come at the time money was money and money was available, surely something good, better and even best could have been done. He has come at the time God has designed for him to come. And I think he's a better person to handle the situation on the ground today.
The government of Senator Dr. Arthur Ifeanyi from day one embarked on construction, reconstruction and rehabilitation of roads across the 3 senatorial districts. At the last count, over 300 roads contracts covering over 805 kilometers have been awarded, with many of them completed and a sizable number at different stages of completion.
Within the paucity of funds we have in government, we are afraid of how we are going to cope. But along the line, His Excellency was lifting up the demand and we begin to call him the magical governor. When you look around everywhere now, they call him the market manager, they call him the road master.
Every local government you go, there must be activities of development. You can see the finger of God is in him.
The efforts to rebrand the state could also be seen in many transformative projects. For instance, the construction of a series of stormwater drainage in many strategic areas in Asaba, the state capital. The deep drains have been designed to address the perennial flooding of the city.
The essence of this work is to cut off that water that gathers at Intabua Junction. And there are two. This is one. There's another one from DBS through Cabinet Office, then to enter River Niger through Amlimocha.
I will use this opportunity to sell my business because before, people cannot even pass here to buy anything. Even me, I cannot even come out.
Motor used to hook before because the way erosion used to disturb and destroy things on the road, but now, nothing like that.
At the inception of the Okowa-led administration, he promised that youth and women empowerment will be part of foundational policy of his administration. True to his words, he launched the Youth Agriculture Entrepreneurship Program, YAGEP, and Skills Training Entrepreneurship Program, STEP. These twin job creation programs have occupied the epicenter of the administration's policy of prosperity for all Deltans.
Now, if I had to rate his performance on his agenda, I'll give an A+. The only thing that could pass for an advice is to intensify youth empowerment, youth employability, and youth employment. If it continues at the pace at which it's going, Delta settles on El Dorado pretty soon.
I was empowered with a poultry farm and the beds. The program is real. In fact, it's over real. Okowa is working.
Women groups, cooperative societies, and artisans have also boarded the prosperity train of the Okowa-led government as they have been empowered with loans through Delta State's Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Development Agency.
Since last November, the government had even already done the first disbursement. So on behalf of the Governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, he said I should extend his appreciation for the way the present government is cooperating with CBN on creating jobs, on uplifting the state, creating prosperity, and ensuring that Deltas are employed.
I was producing averagely 2 tons of fish every month, but today we are producing averagely 4.5 tons of fish every month. Everybody here will have the place to visit the farm. They will see the impact of that money.
If we tell you that you are the only people that require loans in Delta State, you know we'll be lying. Because other people are there, but we cannot reach out to everybody. It's not possible at a time. One person at a time, they gradually will get to everybody. So I want to plead with us that what we need to realize that to keep this program alive, you have a role to play. That role is to ensure that you pay back so that other people can also participate in this scheme.
The administration recently focused its welfare touchlight on widows and other vulnerable segments of the state. These groups of people are given stipends monthly to help them in their SMEs. It is worthy to note that these poor widows have also been enrolled by the government in the contributory health insurance scheme.
Okowa they work, we dey see no governor like Okowa. Nobody don't do this kind of thing before when they do for we. This election when they come for 2019, nobody go fit challenge Okowa. No Okowa na go come again so that our money go they go on.
I'm more than grateful as I'm here. Even though I'm not among the widows, I'm a world woman leader. But what our governor, Excellency, Okowa, they do for this state, we never see the type before.
These widows have been enrolled into the contributory health scheme, where His Excellency Ifeanyi Okowa paid for the premium required. And today we have come to also distribute this ID card that qualifies them to go to any of the registered hospitals within their ward and within their vicinities.
The founding fathers of the state yearned for an economically viable and socially stable state. Mindful of this aspiration, Governor Ifeanyi Okowa, at the inception of his administration, organized an economic summit to lay bare the many potentials of the state before investors as a way of wooing them to come, live, work, and invest in Delta.
Your location is an advantage to move forward. You are within minutes to the markets of Onitsha, Nnewi, and even Awka, Aba, and so on. You are a coastal state with access to the rest of the world. You have boundary with very rich states, co-oil states of Rivers, Bayelsa. This locational advantage is something that must be harnessed for something.
Let's forget about the fact that Delta State used to be one of the richest states in the country. We should think outside the box. We should start thinking about alternatives to oil. Let's start to think that Delta State is a land of tremendous opportunities and I would say infinite possibilities.
Smart Delta.
Welcome to Delta. My Delta, my Delta. Welcome to Delta. My Delta, my Delta. Come live in Delta. Come invest in Delta. Come explore the potentials of our state. You better run, come to Delta State. Come and see the good things where Okowa they do. You better run, come to Delta State. Come and see the good things where Okowa they do. I see a job and work creation in Delta. Make the youth say them higher. Okowa.
As part of measures to ensure the ease of doing business for both local and foreign investors alike who are interested in doing business in Delta, the Okowa-led administration introduced Fast Track 90, a system that guarantees the issuance of CFO on acquired land within record 90 days.
In the last rating of business environment in Nigeria by federal government, they rated Delta as #1 in ease of doing business. To ensure that we don't keep anybody hanging, we develop a policy of land banks. The result is that we can give you CFO in maximum period of 90 days.
Another landmark and distinguishing project as the state marks 27 fruitful years of existence is the Asaba International Airport. Though the project, which was conceived and built by the immediate past administration, experienced some hiccups due to issues bordering on standards, the current government in the state has invested huge sums, all with a view to reposition the facility and make it play a very critical role in the economic transformation of the state.
The quality of the runway is second to none now.
We are very, very impressed. After going around, we have seen a lot of work has been done on the runway, and we believe that will meet the international standard and best practices.
Education is also very key and at the center of the developmental agenda of the current administration under Governor Ifeanyi Okowa. To demonstrate this, he convened an education summit at the inception of his government to develop a roadmap for a sustainable education system. While the rebuilding of educational infrastructure has gained momentum, the retraining of teachers and equipping of schools have occupied central position in the overall education policy of the state government.
In establishing schools, we take certain factors into consideration first. We conduct a SWOT analysis to know the viability of the school, so we don't just go around setting up schools. Since this administration came in, we've established about 34 schools, having gone through the process of ensuring that the schools are needed in those communities.
The resuscitation of technical colleges and vocational education was one of the fallouts of the summit. Today, all 6 technical colleges in the state are up and running and well equipped. They are training skilled manpower and entrepreneurs. Besides, the government has invested heavily in vocational training centers all over the state and the centers have been busy teaching skills and self-reliance.
When I saw good things coming out from this government, I decided to key in to this training, and I discovered that it's going to be helpful to me, and not just to me alone in person, to my family.
The tertiary institutions were not left out on this agenda, as most are now repositioned to train students in hands-on education and practical courses to meet manpower requirements in all areas of the state economy and beyond.
Provision of the equipment has helped because in terms of practical, we've learned to do things that we should do in the industry. We've learned to do them here.
Like, I'm just having plan for this fashion design. It's not everybody that have the opportunity to have money and go outside and learn it. But they just gave us the free opportunity. We say a big thank you to you, Governor.
So that as the good people of the state celebrate the 27th anniversary of statehood, they are quick to express joy that they have invested their energies in a government that is responsive to their yearnings. Reference is made to the agriculture reform program with a flag-off and distribution of improved rice seedlings, cassava stems as well as oil palm that have seen over 100,000 farmers participating in the scheme.
Brushing, everything. There's nothing they have not helped us, even fertilizer and everything, the seedlings they have provided. We enjoyed a similar thing in 2016 and same thing this year, 2018. And I think it's a way forward.
The accumulation of all of these will come to naught if there are no healthy persons to manage the processes. The government, in its wisdom, has therefore invested heavily in repositioning the health sector. In this regard, it has revamped health institutions like Patani, Abavo and Abo hospitals. Also, government has equipped Delta Specialist Hospital in Ogara, as well as General Hospital in Warri. This is without prejudice to equipping and building of new hostels for schools of nursing and midwifery in the state.
It's been a good opportunity to be able to show you the things that we are doing, but all of this has been possible because we have a government that is fully engaged in ensuring that we deliver what is the best health care for our people in Delta.
Another complementary development drive is coming from the O5 initiative, the pet project of the First Lady, Dame Edith Okowa. Through the instrumentality of the O5 initiative, Dame Edith Okowa has touched the lives of prisoners, motherless babies, sickle cell warriors, and other vulnerable groups.
Mommy Okowa, I want to thank you so much for this support. The drugs is really helping us, and the encouragement has shown us that we can be what we want to be.
Through her, many people have begin to know about the awareness of sickle cell that does not kill. They live a normal life just like other people. As you can see, I'm doing very well with my baby.
Recently, Dame Edith Okowa and her O5 initiative team, in collaboration with Restore Sight Africa, crisscrossed the state for months, providing free eye Medicare to the rural poor and other urban dwellers.
Within 3 months period, we were able to register 26,304 persons in a project in 24 local governments. So you can see that with that number, every ward is affected. Almost every village is affected, and every family, one way or the other, is also affected.
Another reason Deltans are celebrating is the successful hosting of the recently concluded Confederation of African Athletics CAA tagged Asaba 2018. The completion of the Stephen Keshi Stadium has added value to the infrastructure development of the state.
When I came in, I saw the stadium, and it's a beautiful stadium. The track is nice, and I love the seating arrangement, and it looks like when everyone's here, it's going to be a lot of energy in the stadium.
To add further impetus to the celebration of Delta at 27, the Okowa-led administration has taken steps to return the state to the glory days of churning out world-class sportsmen and women. For instance, the Principal's Cup is back and better packaged. Likewise, the Headmaster's Cup.
This is good for the state, for the government support. It shows the man is committed, to making sports number one in the country. I believe we should commend him for supporting Zenith Bank for sponsoring this event.
It is also worthy of mention that the government assisted the management of Ozora Polytechnic to build a 14,000 capacity stadium where the 6th Delta State Sports Festival was held.
The level of play has increased because one of the things we introduced this year was the introduction of coaches to all the teams that made it to the quarterfinals so that we can have improved quality of football.
As Deltans bask in the euphoria of the 27th anniversary of statehood, they look forward to greater heights, even as they expressed optimism that Governor Ifeanyi Arthur Okowa has remained steadfast on the right development lane.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to Delta State.
Happy birthday to Delta State.
Come to Delta State, come and see the good things where Okowa they do you better. Run, come to Delta State, come and see the good things where Okowa they do. I see your job and work creation in Delta, make the youth say them higher. Okowa, I see good roads everywhere in Delta, make the people say them cola. Come live in Delta, say me I say, come invest in Delta. Come explore the potentials of our state.